From a motorcycle fleeing Arkansas State Police, where troopers expertly box an illegal bike to end the pursuit, to a tragic accident caused by a wrong-way driver, and a man who flees after refusing to pay for a meal at Waffle House, only to be put into a ditch by Arkansas State Police. Here are instances where thieves and reckless drivers were out of their minds caught on police dash cams in 2025. This guy thought he could outrun the Arkansas State Police on a bike with fake tags and no insurance. The problem is, speed alone doesn't win a chase. Tactics do, and the troopers boxed him in perfectly. At nearly 100 miles per hour, one bad move, and this could have been fatal. The suspect slowed down, thinking he had space, and that's when the troopers closed the trap. It's like watching a chess match where the biker never realized he was already checkmated.
I'm 1037 with a motorcycle, about 28. We are eastbound on Phoenix.
You're 10-4 across.
You're 10 secondary.
10-4. It's 29 across.
You're passing 30 seconds.
Passing 30 seconds.
He just threw a bag out.
Riding a motorcycle at 95 miles an hour weaving through traffic isn't just dangerous, it's almost suicidal. One wrong move, one distracted driver, and that chase could have ended in tragedy. Troopers had to think fast because there's no pit maneuver on a bike. Boxing him in was not just smart, it was the safest way to bring this to a close. Credit where it's due, that was professional police work. This rider thought he could slip past troopers with expired tags, but that Honda had trouble written all over it. Once the lights came on, instead of pulling over, he made the classic mistake, running.
Out of 56, go ahead. Stand by.
It's almost ironic, trying to outrun state police on a motorcycle with defective tires. When you're already riding with expired tags, no insurance, and no license, your chances of pulling off a clean getaway are next to zero. This suspect probably thought the bike gave him the advantage, but sometimes the equipment fails before the rider does.
Crashed out, skyline. Hey, get off the bike.
10-4 out of 52. Do we need to try to
Get down. Get on the ground. Like, lay on your face, buddy. Lay on your face. Yeah, I know, right? Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back before you get tased.
We're up to get on the way. 10-4 out of 5.
I'm at Goshen.
There's almost a lesson in irony with this one. The suspect probably thought speed and agility would save him, but in the end, it was his own equipment that let him down. Troopers didn't need to box him in or perform a pit. They just had to wait until the bike failed. That patience saved lives on the road that day. Joseph Adam Trussell will now have to face the full weight of those charges in court. Sometimes the law doesn't catch up instantly, but it always catches up eventually. It's wild to think this all started over a Waffle House meal. Refusing to pay and then turning it into a high-speed chase is about the fastest way to turn a cheap breakfast into a long list of charges. The troopers didn't waste time either. Once he left I-40 and hit Highway 64, it was game on. Watching that tactical intervention end in the ditch shows just how quickly these pursuits can go sideways.
Net direct, J22 pursuit.
Going to Clarks, we tried to block TVI. TVI is successful. Crashed out. Stops to 1016. Hands! Hands! Put your hands up! Hands up! Stay there!
From a viewer's perspective, this chase is both unbelievable and telling. Unbelievable because of how small the spark was, a Waffle House meal, and telling because of how quickly law enforcement adapted to shut it down. Trooper Ramsey showed textbook pursuit management, merging in, taking primary, and then executing the TVI when the timing was right. That professionalism made sure this ended with an arrest, not a tragedy. And it leaves us shaking our heads that breakfast could lead to this kind of chaos.
Hey, the only thing I saw, there's a gray pickup truck that's...
This one is heartbreaking because it shows how quickly life can change on the road. Multiple trucks and cars were already stopped due to the wrong-way driver, but one semi just couldn't stop in time. The chain reaction left devastation, and sadly Mr. Job, a 63-year-old trucker, lost his life. What makes this even heavier is knowing he was hauling logs, and the very cargo he carried ended up being what crushed his cab. It's a reminder of how dangerous trucking can be, even for the most experienced drivers.
I got that vehicle stopped.
3578 y'all. 7578.
Tell them 1041, start 1016.
1041, 101. Started 1016. 18 wheelers just hit 2 cars.
When we hear about wrong-way drivers, we often think of a single crash, but this shows how far the ripple effect can reach. 6 vehicles were involved in total, and one mistake created a scene of chaos on I-40. For troopers, managing this kind of situation is extremely difficult because they're not just stopping the wrong-way driver, they're trying to keep everyone else safe. Sadly, not every outcome has a happy ending. Mr. Job's passing is one that truly weighs heavy.
Item 61, today, court. 1061. Item 9, we're actually stopping my traffic about 1011 coming backwards. 10-4, so what advised.
Job wasn't just a truck driver. He was a father, grandfather, great-grandfather, and a man of faith who loved the simple things in life. His obituary paints a picture of someone who valued family above all else. It makes this tragedy even harder because we're reminded that behind every statistic is a human being with people who love them. To think he survived decades on the road, only to lose his life this way feels unfair. And yet, stories like his bring us back to the reality of just how fragile every moment is.